If we're being honest, most men still don't fully understand what truly makes a woman desire them. You've probably tried doing all the right things, buying flowers, sending good morning texts, being endlessly available, and showing her that you care. But here's the uncomfortable truth. That's not what builds obsession. That's what builds comfort, and comfort alone doesn't fuel attraction. Women don't obsess over men who are predictable, overly nice, or constantly available. They obsess over men who understand how attraction really works emotionally, psychologically, and biologically. So today, I'm going to explain, step by step, how you can make a woman truly obsessed with you, not through tricks or manipulation, but through emotional intelligence and healthy masculine boundaries. But before we begin, let's connect. Tap like if you've ever felt confused about how attraction fades even when you're doing everything right. And in the comments, tell me, where are you watching from? I love knowing where my community of men is tuning in from around the world. Now, let's start by busting a few myths. There's a popular belief that being the nice guy automatically wins a woman's heart. But what really happens? She appreciates your kindness, respects your manners, and then says those dreaded words. You're such a great guy, but I just don't feel that spark. Why? Because attraction isn't logical, it's emotional chemistry. A woman's subconscious mind is wired to respond not just to how kind you are, but to how you make her feel curious, excited, a little challenged, and emotionally safe all at once. And that balance between security and mystery is where real attraction lives. So, today, as your guide, I want to shift your mindset from trying to impress women to instead understanding them. Because when you understand female psychology, you stop chasing love and start attracting it naturally. Hi, I'm Dr. Jocelyn. I've spent the last 5 years studying relationship psychology, emotional attachment, and behavioral science, helping men rebuild confidence, set boundaries, and connect more deeply with women. What I've learned is simple but powerful. Attraction isn't a game, it's communication at a biological level. When you master the signals that create emotional tension, safety, and desire, you don't have to perform, pretend, or chase. You simply become the kind of man who draws women in effortlessly. Let's break it down step by step. 1. Stop being too available. Let's start with the hardest truth for most men to accept. You can't be her whole world before she's even earned a place in yours. When you answer every text immediately, cancel your plans to see her, or make her the center of your schedule, you're sending one subtle message. My time isn't valuable, you are the priority even before me. Biologically, that kills attraction. Why? Because the human brain associates scarcity with value. If something is always available, it's taken for granted. Emotionally, when you make yourself too accessible, she stops wondering about you. And curiosity is what fuels obsession. Practically speaking, this means keep your routines. Don't drop your gym session, your goals, or your friends just because she calls. When you're busy, say, "Can't talk now, I'll call you later." That one sentence says more than any romantic paragraph ever could. It communicates self-respect. Here's a quick example. Imagine she texts you midweek asking, "Are you free tonight?" Instead of dropping everything, respond, "I've got plans tonight, but I'd love to see you Friday." What happens next? She starts to think about Friday. She starts to miss you before the date even happens. You've just created anticipation, and anticipation is the root of attraction. Remember this. Desire grows in the space you leave for her to miss you. To unaid you, make her earn emotional investment. Most men try to earn a woman's attention, but the real shift happens when you make her invest emotionally in you. Think about it. What happens when you buy someone a gift? You start caring more about how they respond. The same principle applies to attraction. We value what we invest in. So instead of overgiving or over-explaining, ask questions that make her share, reflect, and open up. Ask her, what's something you've always wanted to do but haven't yet? What's something most people misunderstand about you? These are emotional questions that create depth, and depth builds emotional bonding. When a woman starts sharing her inner world, she starts connecting those feelings to you. Biologically, this activates oxytocin, the bonding hormone which deepens attachment. You're no longer just the guy she talks to. You're the person she feels safe being herself around. That's the foundation of obsession. But don't rush it. Let her earn that deeper access to your time, attention, and emotions. 3. Control the pace, not the person. Control doesn't mean dominance. It means leadership, emotional direction. In most relationships that fizzle out, it's because the man let the pace be dictated by her schedule, her emotions, her timing. He reacts instead of leading. Healthy attraction happens when you set the tone. Here's how. Don't rush to define the relationship. Let consistency, not intensity, build connection. If she wants to move fast, gently slow it down. Let's just enjoy getting to know each other, no rush. That statement communicates two powerful messages. You're confident enough not to need instant validation. You respect the process more than the outcome. Emotionally, it makes her feel both safe and intrigued. She senses maturity, the kind that only comes from a man who's in control of his emotions, not controlled by them. 4. Reverse the validation dynamic. This is one of the most powerful psychological shifts a man can make. Most men chase validation. They constantly wonder, does she like me? Did I say the right thing? Did I text too much? But attraction flips when she starts wondering those same things about you. So, how do you do that without games? By showing that your self-worth isn't dependent on her approval, you stop performing. You stop over-explaining. You stop agreeing with everything just to stay liked. Instead, you become calmly selective with your attention. You let your standards speak for themselves. For example, if she's inconsistent or dismissive, you don't react emotionally, you withdraw respectfully. That silent boundary tells her more than a long speech ever could. And what happens next? Her brain starts working harder to win your approval. Biologically, uncertainty activates dopamine, the neurotransmitter linked to motivation and reward. When she can't fully read you, she invests more energy trying to. You've just made her emotionally engaged. And engagement is the root of obsession. Stay a mystery always, leave space for discovery. This last one is crucial. Once a woman feels like she's figured you out completely, the spark starts to fade. Mystery isn't about playing games. It's about being multi-layered, having more to reveal as time goes on. When you overshare everything about your past, your emotions, your future plans in the first few weeks, you remove the adventure from connection. The truth is, predictability kills passion. So, how do you stay intriguing? Keep parts of your story for later. Have personal goals she doesn't fully know about yet. Be spontaneous once in a while, do something unexpected, not random but intentional. This keeps her thinking about you when you're not around. She'll replay conversations, imagine future moments, and crave that next emotional hit, the next chapter of who you are. And here's the emotional truth behind it. When she's curious, she's connected. When she's certain, she's comfortable. But attraction doesn't live in comfort. It lives in curiosity. Here's what I want you to do starting today. Reclaim your time, stop over-responding, and let her earn your availability. Lead with calm confidence. Set the emotional tone instead of reacting to hers. Ask deeper questions. Let her invest emotionally by sharing, not just receiving. Hold your standards. Don't reward inconsistent behavior. Protect your mystery. Stay unpredictable, not to confuse her, but to inspire discovery. When you do these 5 things, you'll notice something subtle but powerful. You'll stop chasing attention and start commanding it naturally. Because obsession doesn't come from what you give her, it comes from how you make her feel about herself when she's around you. Now, let me say this as someone who truly cares about men's growth. You don't have to change who you are to be attractive. You just need to understand how women experience attraction. This isn't about becoming manipulative or cold. It's about becoming emotionally intelligent. When you respect yourself, hold your boundaries, and lead with quiet confidence, you trigger something deep inside a woman's psychology, the desire to earn your love. And that's when you stop being just another nice guy and become the man she can't stop thinking about. Listen, aging doesn't make you invisible. It makes you wiser, calmer, and more powerful if you learn how to channel it. Every small shift you make from reclaiming your time to setting standards adds up to one powerful message. I respect myself, and I expect the same from you. That mindset is magnetic. It doesn't just attract women, it attracts peace, confidence, and freedom. So, wherever you are right now, divorced, dating again, or just learning how modern attraction works, know this. You are not behind, you're just getting started. If this message helped you, give this video a like and tell me in the comments, what's one area of attraction you still struggle to understand? I read as many comments as I can, and your stories genuinely matter. We're building a community of emotionally intelligent men, and I want you to be part of it. And don't forget, subscribe and turn on notifications, because in the next video, I'm going to break down the single most common behavior that instantly kills attraction. Almost every man does it without even realizing it. Until then, I'm Dr. Jocelyn, reminding you that confidence isn't about perfection, it's about self-respect. Stay strong, stay grounded, and stay curious. Because real attraction begins the moment you stop chasing and start leading.